Hey y'all, okay, it's hair wash day for me, so I'm looking a little crazy, but this ain't about me. So this video is not about me and how I'm looking. I'm actually doing this video to show you what I'm getting ready to do. So I've been in the kitchen all day, all day. I've been doing some of my studying in the kitchen. Um, been in here processing down foods. So I got some asparagus that I just got through processing, and I meant to show you that. Preparing it for freezer is preparing it to freeze it. Basically, what I did was I took all the asparagus that I had, I chopped off the ends of it, I blanched it, and then after I blanched it and let it sit in cool water, directly after the blanching, then I put it on parchment paper and put it in the freezer. And so it's gonna be in the freezer for a couple of hours. Well, it's actually been in for a couple of hours. It's about time for me to take them out so I can bag them up and finish the freezing process. But before I do that, I want to start cutting down these apples. So this is why I'm doing the video. All these apples, I've done 2 already. So let's see if I can pull this back some so that you can see everything. Let's see, I'm gonna do the best I can. There we go. You can pretty much see everything. So let me move this. So I have over here, see if you can see, right here is my big boy crock pot, and I'm going to use that to make apple butter. The reason that I'm making apple butter is because I have learned how to use the apple butter. At first, the first time that I made apple butter, I simply made it because I had enough jars of apple pie filling, and I needed to know something else to do with the apples, and so I ended up making apple butter. And yeah, that was fun. So I am down to, I have like 1 medium-sized jar of apple butter and 2 small containers, but I'm actually using it now. So I decided to take these apples that I had and go ahead and process them down so that I wouldn't lose them, so that I wouldn't lose them. And I'm turning them into apple butter. But here's the thing. Just like with ginger, I have learned how to use the entire apple. The entire apple. That means the peels, the core, which I'm going to take out in a minute, and of course the apple itself, the meat of the apple itself is what's going to be turned into the apple butter. And so I wanted to share that part with you. What I'm going to do with the apple, with the core and with the peels, is I'm going to take those and turn that into apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar. And so therefore I'm using the entire apple. The entire apple. And so I kind of wanted to show you how I did that. But I also wanted to talk to you about why I'm doing this and what it was that I figured out in reference to using the apple. So if you looked at the last video that I posted, like, I don't know in what order they might show for you, but I just recently did a video where I was showing some of the drinks that I make. And so let me grab that real quick. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so this is tart cherry juice. This is pineapple juice, 100% fresh pineapple juice. So the pineapple juice, the pineapple itself contains bromelain, and that's why I'm drinking the pineapple juice, which is good for inflammation. The other thing that is really good for inflammation is cherries. And so I would have had to eat 47 cherries a day just to get this. And I was like, as much as I like cherries, to get the cherries itself is a little bit expensive, and I don't think my husband would go for making sure that I have 47 cherries a day, every day, nor do I think I could eat actually 47 cherries a day, every day. So I opted for the juice. So, it is full of antioxidants, which is good, as well as it's anti-inflammatory, just like the pineapple juice with the bromelain. And so here's what I do with these two juices. Can you see them? Okay. So I have, doing my research, having done my research, and like I'm battling with a couple of things. I'm battling with trying to get my iron levels back up. I believe I'm beginning to win this battle. I could tell like in the energy that I have. But not only am I battling with trying to get my iron levels back up, which is good because it takes the oxygen throughout my body. I am also battling with inflammation. I want to lower the inflammation in my body. Now, I can't get the inflammation completely out of my body because inflammation in itself is good, but it's when you have too much inflammation, that's when it becomes bad. And so, thus, the tart cherry juice and the pineapple juice. So, in my research, I started, like, I have things around here, like we grow ginger, we grow turmeric. You know, with turmeric, you need the black pepper. If you guys know, if you have seen any of my videos that deal with me dealing with my hair and the growing of my hair, the breaking of my hair, I should have said. What I didn't know, what I recently learned is that what causes your hair to break is anemia. Anemia. When you're anemic, your hair will start breaking, and because it's not getting the oxygen that it needs, because the blood is not carrying it like it should. So when I figured that out, and that's not something that people will initially tell you because they look at anemia for other reasons, you know, but you know, us females, you know, our hair, right? So anyway, I started learning about anemia and about iron. I started taking iron. I just got through taking, I take omega-3, plus I take the iron pills. I add omega-3 to that because omega-3, which is fish oil, it has very high levels of heme iron. And the heme iron is really good because the heme iron breaks down slower than the non-heme iron, which comes from your fruits and your vegetables, So I had to like figure all of that out. Then I found out that, like, I was working on all this stuff, and I found out that coffee, because I was a big coffee drinker, coffee and tea drinker, and I found out that coffee, both coffee and tea, has what's called tannins. And those tannins prevent, I'm getting a chair, y'all. I need to sit. So I found out that the tannins inhibit or prevent the iron from, or I guess it's maybe the red cells from attaching to the iron, or it inhibits it. Like, say this is iron, and this is tannin. And so if you getting the iron in your body, but you're also putting tannins in, the tannins will attach itself to the iron and push the iron right on out your body. And you need the iron to get in your body and disperse through your body, right? So, and that's my Cliff Note version way of trying to explain what's happening. And so because I learned that about the coffee, I stopped drinking the coffee because I've been fighting this anemia for a while, and the anemia will make you feel tired. And that's why I know that the iron, I'm getting it, you know, because I'm getting the energy now. I got up early and processed a whole lot of cauliflower and broccoli, you know, to get ready to freeze it. And then I went to bed and got some rest, and then I got back up and finished what I was doing in here. And so I'm almost done. I still got some broccoli salad to make, but it'll be fine. I'm gonna do it in a minute. I want to get this started and get this out the way, then I start on the bacon for the broccoli salad, which is also easy to make, really easy to make. So I've been incorporating a lot of things in my diet, that let me move this back some. So I've been incorporating a lot of things in my diet because with what I've learned, like I'm trying to combat these things. And so I also learned that I had to learn like how to take when, timing. I had to learn timing, y'all, timing. So I have my juice set to the side because I just took the omega-3s. I just took the omega-3, and so I don't want to drink my juice just yet because the juice will have, even though like they're good for the inflammation, there's tannins in there, and so I want to give the iron that I just took an opportunity to like get through my body before the tannins start coming. Yeah, y'all, listen, I had to learn this stuff. So anyway, for my juice, when I get ready to take it, I do the pineapple one first, and I added. I was telling you about the coffee and the tea. So the coffee and the tea, I was doing that to try to get like water because I really didn't like water, but now I'm drinking water, and I'm drinking water with lemon in it. The lemon is good too. The lemon helps. The lemon actually helps the iron to absorb into the body, so the lemon is good. So anyway, matcha is green tea, and green tea does not have as many tannins in it as your regular black tea. So all of your like your orange, like if you like the flavors and you like the orange tea, your peppermint teas, like all of those are high in tannins. And if you are anemic, those are probably the culprit from what's keeping your iron from getting back to where it should be. So I am a tea drinker, but what I did was I got the matcha, and I got it because I don't like green tea. I'm not gonna lie and say I do. I don't like green tea the way I like regular tea. So when I got the matcha, one of the things I learned too about the tannins in the tea is one of the things that help the tannins to release is hot heat, right? So I got it in powder form, which is matcha. And what I did is I mixed the matcha, the ginger powder, ginger from my garden. I learned how to process it. So I candy it, which means I'm chewing it throughout the day to help get the inflammatory and stuff going and get my gut working, like it should. So I chew that also, or eat it. Also, we turn it into the tea, and so like if my husband wants to drink tea or however, but I've gotten to the place where instead of drinking the tea, or drinking it hot, I've learned to grind stuff in powder format and add it to juice and drink it that way and get the properties in that way. So black pepper activates the turmeric, and so I have black pepper in here. I have turmeric powder in here, ginger powder, and matcha, equal amounts of all. So it's like a tablespoon of each in here. And then of course I shake it up to mix it up. And then when I go to put it in my juice, this is a 1/4 teaspoon, and I actually use 2 of them. And so I'm putting like a 1/2 teaspoon of this into a pineapple juice. You can't taste it. Like, you literally cannot taste it. It literally tastes like pineapple juice. They got a little oomph to it. And it doesn't taste bad at all. So with the tart cherry juice, me continuing to research everything, I found that the stuff that I was using with my hair, y'all, I was using it topically, that I could ingest it and drink this stuff. But again, drinking a tea, like I can't see myself just drinking straight fenugreek tea, like the taste, the flavors, y'all. So my fenugreek, not only is it good for the hair, but it's good for inside the body too. It has antioxidant properties, the anti-inflammatory properties, and that's one of the big things. And it's a diuretic, so it helps, like if you're swelling, it helps get that out of you. So fenugreek, amla. And I recently added to it ashwagandha. I found ashwagandha. They sell it in the store, y'all. I found it. I bought myself a can of ashwagandha. And when I found the ashwagandha, I found that they sell amla too. So I have to decide now where do I want to get my amla from? How much do I want to spend for it? And I have options. So I do for this juice here, and you see it's like the reddish color. And also when you mix it in, like it blends really good. So I use fenugreek, amla, ashwagandha, which is good for focus, it's good for brain health. These properties in here is good for the eyes, and I started noticing it with my eyes. It started as far as like with my vision. So it's good for brain health. It's good for arthritis. The same, like all of the stuff that I'm doing is even good for arthritis. And I add to it cayenne pepper. And so I usually drink this one in the evening, and in about a couple of hours, what time is it now? It's 1 o'clock, so maybe like around 2 or 3, I'm gonna drink this one, because again, like I said, I've already taken the omega-3s, and of course I take my iron first thing. I take my iron first thing in the morning with nothing on my stomach, because I wanted to get that down in. And then the other thing that I do is because what it was with me and coffee is that, when you wake up in the morning, you're cold. And so I drank coffee whenever I was cold so that I could warm up. So I have switched that to eating, and I'm not big on eating breakfast, y'all, but I've had to make some changes. So I switched to eating cream of wheat. And the way I make the cream of wheat with water, just a pinch of salt. Like I pour some salt in my hand, and then I'll pinch from that and sprinkle it in there. So just a pinch of salt, and like it's so when I mix it, so I don't add any sugar to my cream of wheat. This is how I learned to eat it. First of all, cream of wheat is good for iron. It is high in iron. It's high in like calcium, which is good for your bones too. It is good for you. So me not being a cream of wheat eater, but me having to switch because I'm trying to work with getting my body to act right. So I looked up, like I started researching a lot of stuff as far as, again, iron, what is good in iron, what is good with anti-inflammatory. And so I learned that peanut butter is good for your iron. How about that? Peanut butter. Also molasses. Y'all, I don't like molasses. I do not like molasses. It has a dark flavor. I like brown sugar, but molasses have a dark flavor, so I'm just not big on molasses. But because it is good for the iron, what I started doing is I would make my cream of wheat. I would take a tablespoon of peanut butter and put it in there, and like you add butter to whatever. I'm using peanut butter. And I will put that in there. I would then pour a little bit of molasses over it, so maybe it's like a teaspoon of molasses, tablespoon of molasses. I don't know, it's one of the big spoons, like it's not a measuring spoon. So I'll just do one. And then one day I was like, you know what? Let me try this apple butter. Since I had the apple butter in there, I'm like, I wonder how that would taste, and I put the apple butter in also. And when I tell you, it tastes so good. And so that is why I'm doing the apple butter. I have learned how to use it. And I figured, like, when I added the apple butter to it, I figured, it's butter, so we just add it to it. And, like, if you wanted to flavor your cream of wheat, like they would say, like, you cut up bananas and put it in. You could cut up, like, little apples and put it in. Well, this is apple butter, so I wouldn't have to cut it up. It's buttered. So, yeah, it worked. And I'm, again, looking forward to when I get ready to take my next blood work to see how my iron levels are. I want to see if what I did worked. And I also want to thank the Lord for helping me with this, because this was definitely an issue, and it was an issue that I had prayed about. And like, he just started, like, there was different things that was going on, and I was doing the research, I was doing my due diligence. And listen, when scripture says all wisdom, knowledge, and understanding comes from God, that is so true. He will open your eyes and cause you to see things and cause you to understand things. Like, I've been praying for that, in harmony with Isaiah chapter 6. Y'all, like, it's like verses, starting at verse 8 to 13. I think it's like verse 8 to 13. But I was praying for that. Like, I need wisdom. I need help. I need to understand. Open my ears to hear and my eyes to understand, and to perceive. And so, yeah, I'm doing things and I'm making a change. And that's what he said in Chronicles, 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14. He said, if my people who are called by my name, if they will humble themselves. And so that's one of the biggest things for me. And that's the first thing you have to do. You have to humble yourself. You have to humble yourself. So if you humble yourself, he says, and pray, and then seek his face, that means that I'm seeking him for an answer. I need an answer. I'm not just praying, and then when I'm done praying, okay, amen, I'm done, and I walk away. I need an answer. Like Jacob did when he was grappling. I know y'all know that story, when he grappled with the angel, and he's like, I'm not letting you go until you answer me, until you bless me. And that's where I have been. Like, I need an answer. I need an answer. I need an answer. I need help. I need help understanding. I need clarity. So I've been like on top of that. And when I tell y'all the stuff that I'm learning to do, the stuff that I'm learning, I can even tell the impact on my body as far as energy levels, focus. If you feel like you don't have focus, there are vitamins out there, but you don't just take a vitamin pill. Like, there's certain times you need to take it, because you might be taking these vitamins and then negating it by the things that you're eating. So definitely, when they tell you the food, definitely it's the food. And it's sometimes it's what we're eating. Many times it's what we're eating. But also the timing matters. The timing matters. So, yeah, he said if we will pray, if we'll seek his face, if we'll humble ourselves, because I don't want to leave that out. Got to humble ourselves. We got to humble ourselves. We got to recognize that there's a problem, and there's a problem that we need help with, because we cannot fix it on our own. And that we're coming to the Lord God Almighty for help, because he's the only one who can help us. So, having done all that, he says, and when we turn from our wicked ways. And so that's the area that I'm in now, also having turned from my wicked ways, stuff that I used to do that was no good for me, turning from that. So I cut out the coffee. Listen, when I learned about the timing, I learned that, okay, I can have a cup of coffee. I just got to watch when I have it, like make sure I didn't like eat something that was good with iron, give it a minute before going back in and eating, like whatever. Like, I started paying attention to the timing. And so I went and I had this 1 cup of coffee. When I tell y'all, it was like, it was like, this ain't for me. So I have completely cut coffee out. I've completely cut coffee out. I don't miss it. I was never addicted to it. I drank it because it tastes good. It took away my hunger if I was hungry, and like if I was cold. That was the reason for my drinking it. Like, again, if I was cold. So yeah, I've cut the coffee out of my life. The tea, I shifted from tea to water, and what I do is I add lemon juice to my water so that I could drink the water, because I still don't like the flavor of water. Like, that has not changed. That has not changed, but because I know that I need to drink the water, remember I got to turn from my wicked ways. I need to drink the water, so therefore I had to find a way to do so. And the lemon juice was just, it was the right thing to do. And so, yeah. So that's who I am. And so let me, oh good, it didn't hit the floor, it just hit my knee. Rinse that. Let me show y'all, although I'm not finished with this, I can show you some of what I'm gonna do with these peels. Okay, so here's my jar. This was probably an old pickle jar. It was a pickle jar. I don't know how, yep, it was an old pickle jar. I keep my jars, y'all. I keep the glass jars. I'm like, we throwing away our wealth and don't even know it. So I keep the glass jars. So what you do is you take your peelings. Oh, no, that one hit the floor. I'm gonna have to rinse that one too. Okay, so I don't make so much of a mess. Got this big mouth funnel. I'll put that in the jar, and you carefully, so you're not dropping anything, push it down through there to put it in a to put it in the, there we go. There we go. Used too much, picked up too much at one time. All right, so you put them, you fill your jar with your peelings. I got the big jar this time. I have a couple of jars that are a little bigger than this one, but I think this one is gonna be enough for the amount of apples that I have. Now, let me, although I'm not finished with the apples, I wanna do the coring. So I got a mat here. And my apple corer to make it easier. Put these in here. So I'm put my cut apples in here. And this core, put down in the jar. See? Easy peasy. Whoop, 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 whoop. Sometimes it gets a little hard. And you gotta be extra. Now I gotta be careful. That part that got stuck in there. Come on. I need my fingers. Can't afford to cut any fingers off. I need a knife. Okay, so these little pieces that still have peeling on it, I just cut it off of there and put it in there so nothing wasted. Goodness. So it's breaking like that because these apples are old. They're old. So yeah, it's important that I use them now. Use them or lose them. I don't want to lose them. So that's it. Like once you fill it up, once you get it full, I think it is, I have to go look, but I think it is, a tablespoon of, hold on y'all, let me get this. I think it's a tablespoon of sugar for every cup of water. I have to go look and see. That part I don't know it offhand. I must say though, I've done the same thing using pineapples, and I have made pineapple vinegar. So some of the recipes that will call for apple cider vinegar, I've used it to make pineapple vinegar. And here's an apple cider vinegar that I've made already. This one was made using white sugar. This one was made using brown sugar. You see the difference? One is made using white sugar. These are ones that are already done. I love this here jar because of this lid. So yeah, these are already done. And then I have my pineapple ones on the other side. I'm not going to bring them out, but you can find these amazing jars at Walmart. And this, when I make it, I let it sit. I let it sit for a while. I shake it up, every now and then, but I let it sit for a while. So by the time I actually use it, it's good and fermented. It's real good and fermented. So yeah, that's it. That's what I'm doing, and it's really easy to do. Again, once you finish with the apples and the peelings, and I get all my peelings in here, then I will cover it with water and I will measure it. So again, for every cup of water, I think it is, for every 1 cup of water is a tablespoon of sugar. Hold on, let me go check for y'all before I let you go. Hold on 1 second. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I got my little recipe book. Listen, my recipe book, this book here, has a lot of good things in it. Like back here is where I started looking up the benefits of everything. So the benefits of ashwagandha before I did my stuff, the benefits of fenugreek, the benefits of amla, ajwain, turmeric, ginger. I have to do this page, which is foods that fight against inflammation. I haven't done that page yet. Foods that fight against anemia. I haven't done that page yet. Foods that promote gut health, which is important because when your gut is healthy, that helps keep that inflammation down too. The difference between the probiotic and the prebiotic foods, and then your fiber-rich foods, y'all, I've been on top of this thing. Antioxidant-rich foods here, information regarding tannins, doing my research, y'all. Benefits of potatoes and the different type of potatoes, like your red potatoes, your purple potatoes, your white potatoes, which is better, boiled or baked, although I like fried. The benefits of tilapia, benefits of oranges, and I still got a whole lot of pages more to go, and this is me writing this out, so maybe this is something that one day my children might pay attention to. So on this side, and notice I'm doing everything from like opposite. So on this side of the book is a lot of my recipes, and so I had them tagged. I didn't finish tagging them. I was tagging them like orange, green, red. So your green tags represented food recipes. Your your green tag represent juice recipes, juicing. Then you had food recipes, my skin and hair recipes, from when I was making my own hair products, any house projects, like when I was making my own DIY cleaners, you know, all of those recipes is in here. So I got my brown sugar and bacon baked beans, y'all. Crock pot corned beef biscuit and cabbage, salsa fajita pasta, homemade cream cheese frosting, homemade pizza sauce, marinara sauce, magnesium oil spray, y'all. Spray is good for sore muscles or stressed muscles, y'all. Magnesium oil spray. I gotta get some more magnesium. If I wanted to make my own laundry refreshener, scented laundry freshener, I got the recipe here to do that. Detox bath. Homemade pancakes. Homemade extracts. I did this. Like, I made vanilla extract. I got a couple of bottles of vanilla extract. I got some lemon extract. I think I did a couple of orange too. Using orange peel and lemon peel. So yeah, I did that. Homemade disinfectant wipes. I want to do that. I have the jars to do it, but I want to do that. And I got like how to do it too, because you know we spend a lot of money going out to, I want to do this, like I really want to do this, I need to invest in doing this because I haven't tried this one yet. But we spend a whole lot of money going out to buy Lysol wipes when we can make it. Yeah, I need to invest in that. Rosemary water oil for hair. Rosemary plus water plus oil for hair. Hair growth serum. Ooh. Hair growth serum. I got the aloe vera. I got it. And so before you lose it, red onion. I got the red onion. You blend it in a blender. You strain. You mix 1 tablespoon of oil. 1 tablespoon of vitamin E. I don't have the liquid vitamin E, but I could get it. Wait a minute. Do I got some vitamin E pills? I got some vitamin E pills that I could squeeze the juice out of it. It say mix well. Oh, I'm about to do this. Because I got a lot of aloe vera, and I don't want to lose it. Yep. I'm about to do that one. I'm about to do that one, y'all. Okay, so how to clean your fruit. Got that in here. Apple cider vinegar. Here we go. 3 tablespoons of sugar. Fill jar with apple cores and peas. Fill with warm water. It says let sit for 2 weeks. Y'all man sits for longer than 2 weeks. And then for the pineapple vinegar, it says use 1 tablespoon of vinegar per every 1 cup of water. So what I'm gonna do is, and that's the other thing, like they when I saw the person doing it online, I remember like they put everything in it and then they call themselves stirring it up. I'm like, I ain't got time to stir it up. So what I did was this. Let me show y'all. Let me show, because I can actually do one now. So I'm getting my measuring cup, y'all. I'm trying to get my measuring cup. Okay, here we go. So I got my measuring cup, and so that's 1 cup right there, 2 cups, 3 cups. Let me do 3 cups for right now. About to get the water, y'all. Okay, so here's 3 cups of water. Let me put this over here so y'all can see me. So there's 3 cups of water. There you go. And we grab my sugar. I'm using the white sugar. This is a tablespoon. All these little plastic containers, I labeled it myself. I gotta relabel, but I labeled it myself. But you can find these plastic containers at Dollar Tree. So that's 1, 2, 3. Now I'm leaving it out because if I need to add some more after I finish all the apples, then I know it is 1 tablespoon of sugar for every 1 tablespoon of sugar for every cup of water. I hope y'all hear me. Like, I be walking away and just still talking. So what I said was, just to repeat myself, after I fill this in the water, if I need some more after I finish peeling the last of these apples, then I'll just make some more. And since I know it is 1 cup of water and 1 tablespoon of sugar for every cup of water, so yeah, we good. We good. So I got it mixed in real good. And I'm just gonna pour it on in here. Whoop. Just like me to make a mix. So yeah, looks like I'll be doing another cup, but that's all you do. That's it. And you close the lid on this thing and you put it aside and let it do its due. And when you remember it, and come back to it, which is another video I'll do later, but I probably already got a video like this on my channel already. But you just come back and you strain it and put it in your jars like what I showed you, and that's it. It's a wrap. So let me clean this up, and I got to finish doing what I'm doing, and I'll talk to y'all later. But now you know why, because I shared with you why I'm doing the stuff that I'm doing, what I learned and what caused me to do it. So I'm not just doing this stuff to have a video for y'all, but my journey has been one of menopause. It started with my hair. It went to menopause. It went back to my hair, and it went back to my hair because everything that I was dealing with menopause was also affecting my hair. So it's really 2 in 1. I didn't realize it at first, but I know now. And everything that I do now, while I'm trying to work to make sure that my body is right, you know, it is impacting my hair too. So it's really 2 in 1. It's an amazing journey. I'm learning a lot. I'm finding myself successful now in working this stuff, and so I wanted to share that with you guys, you know, for anybody that is going through. Listen, some of what we go through, they cannot pick it up in your blood work. So you'll go and get your blood work done. And this is what was happening to me. I'll go get my blood work done, and my blood work was coming back. Oh, you fan. And then all of a sudden my blood work came back. Oh, you dealing with some anemia. But then the doctor still says to me, you fan. You know, your blood work is fine. Nothing's wrong. But I happen to see my own. So make sure that when you get your blood work done, make sure you get a copy of it. What they sent to the doctor, make sure they send it to you too, and that when you get a copy of it, you look over everything and like take your time to read it. It's gonna look like Chinese at first, but sit with it, take your time and look over everything, and then move accordingly. Move accordingly. Use the dictionary if you need to. That's what I did. I started looking stuff up, you know, and question everything, because this is your health. You know, we've been putting up with stuff, and they've been making us comfortable, you know, as we put up with stuff. And then, like, we ain't, that's my other channel. It's for my other channel. So my other channel is the Artisan's Pen, and I go into a lot more detail of how I started finding this stuff. And remember, I've shared some things with you biblical, which I don't do a lot of biblical stuff on this channel, but I've shared some of these biblical things with you, such as the fact that the research that I did, you know, and how I started praying and asking the Lord and asking for help and asking for understanding. And listen, and that part about turning from your wicked ways, that's literally scriptural. Like when I tell you, I've been before the Lord with this, and he's been answering and helping and showing me. He said, call to him and he will show you great and unsearchable things. You know, we need to do that. This is our bodies. Once we leave this body, we, you know, so yeah, we for the doctors, for the pharmacists, we are just another number. We are a dollar amount. That's it. But to God, we're much more than that. You know, We're much more than that. And he answers us when we call to him. That's why we have to humble ourselves, so that we will begin to call to him. We'll begin to pray. But as long as we're asking everybody else, you know, and they're not finding anything. But let me tell you, I found a whole lot in God's word. I found a whole lot. And I ain't playing with this no more. I am not playing with this. When he say turn from your wicked ways, I acknowledge I had some wicked ways, and I acknowledge that I am turning from them. I am not playing. He's not playing with us, and I'm not playing with him, because he says like he wants to give us healing. He wants. Let me let y'all go, because I keep going. Thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate it, and y'all be blessed. Okay, bye. I hope this blesses you. I hope this helps you. I got a whole lot more, but if you want to see the whole lot more, go to the artisanspen.org and you'll see it. Look for the videos that talk about the waves of discipline. And you're going to look for that very first one. I also got a video that I entitled as a matter of fact, there's a link on this page that would take you over to the Artisan's Pen, but I have a video where I said, and I labeled it, and he said to me, turn from your wicked ways. That one, look, listen, I got a video that's entitled "Now Go Get Your Healing." You know, like literally, this stuff is real, and I'm finding that it's working for me. I'm feeling better. As far as I'm having more energy, it's a process, because I've been like, it's a process. So when I want to get to here, but I'm down here somewhere, I am climbing that ladder. It's a process, but I am climbing. So I'm not where I was, but I'm not where I want to get to either, but I'm climbing, and that's the thing. So let me keep it moving, and I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you again for watching. Bye.